My name is William Loong, and welcome to the William Podcast. Today's sponsor is What a beautiful day to start. Today's podcast is titled A Journey Through College. Going to college is beneficial to all of us, including myself. After high school, we are thinking to ourselves, what am I going to do in my life? Before I start talking, I have the timeline which has Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3, including the title of the section. If any of those students wish to listen to any act, please feel free to do so. For those who are new to podcasting, please give yourself full attention to it, and I will encourage you guys to take notes. Even analyzing what I have said can help you prepare for the real world. Let's dive into it. Act 1. My experience in college. I shared that college is just like high school, where we see ourselves as following a cycle. We go to class, make friends, and go home to relax. Many people, especially students who just graduate from high school, believe college is not worth it because all they do is go to class, have lunch without staying next to friends, and drive or commute back home. I am just like you guys because I don't even make friends, but rather I don't go home to class and drive back to my home. Students don't have the best experience in college because they don't have the skills to socialize with people around campus, even if their majors differ from yours. But I do believe that you guys can beat the cycle. That cycle needs to be completed by giving yourself discipline and motivation. As a college student with a short time, I want you guys to have fun and always make memories. For further information, I researched the internet so that anyone can find the person who wrote it and analyze their meanings. Act 2. Giving tips and tricks in college. Now that my experience in college is precise, I would like to give you tips and tricks when preparing for college. There are 4 tips that I want to share, including a freebie. My first tip is to join clubs on campus. Though this is simple, many students don't even join clubs, especially today, because they think it wastes time and hope they can feel better without it. I want all of you guys who socialize a lot, and no matter if it's small or big, just join in. You will make friends no matter what, even if it's unrelated to your major. It's as simple as that. Though researching the sources is not too demanding on this topic. The article Effects of Involvement in Clubs and Organizations on the Psychosocial Development of First Year and Senior College Students by John Fulber and Lauren Granger claims that the involvement in clubs and organizations has been shown to correlate positively with several areas of psychosocial development. That includes the factors of success like educational involvement, career planning, lifestyle planning, cultural participation, and academic autonomy. Another tip that I always encourage you guys, and this is huge, go to the gym. Going to the gym helps a lot, including myself, because I want you guys to be strong and fit in life. It also helps prioritize our mental health, so if anyone's burnt out, going to the gym is beneficial and needed to be strong in our lives. The research source, training at the gym, training for life, creating better versions of the self through exercise, by Serene Dogain claims the numerous calibrations, calorie counts, heart rate measures, repetitions, and so on reveal one of the gym's most significant logics, namely the utilization of atomic forces to affect self-improvement, a process that requires disciplining of bodies and minds and calls for the micromanagement of movements, self-evaluating practices, and self-gratification. Now, for anyone who starts the gym for the very first time, start with cardio first, since your bloodline needs to move a lot. Afterward, you can lift weights by focusing on your triceps and muscles. Remember, start small and work your way up by increasing its weight. My third tip is to get a hobby. Yes, everyone has hobbies for many reasons, but we need more than that. Usually, I love gaming, but I wanted to expand on it. The research source, Harvard Business Review by Kelsey Apalacio, researches the Society of Behavioral Medicine study that states leisure activities have fewer negative emotions and are less stressed. The study even found that our heart rates are literally lower when we engage in our hobbies. For example, I have hobbies like cosplaying, learning money, going to the gym with my homies, and editing on social media sites like TikTok and Instagram. Cosplaying helps me by expanding my knowledge of wearing it based on anime, TV shows, and video games and just having fun with it. You will also make friends who cosplay the same thing just like you. Before I move on to my last tip, this is the freebie that wants to make money on their own terms during their college experience. My 3.5 tip is to learn financial literacy. I have mentioned that it is a hobby because I want to make money and be financially free. We are the type of people, especially the first generation, that does not know money. So we are responsible for learning how to make money because the school does not teach you like that. I recommend following financial literacy contents like Call to Leap or Email on the Finance Engineer. The research source Financial Literacy and the Need for Financial Education, Evidence and Implications by Anna Maria Losardia claims that from page 5, in the context of a life cycle model of saving with many sources uncertainty from 30 to 40% of U.S. retirement wealth inequality can be accounted for by differences in financial knowledge. These results show that financial literacy is not a sideshow, but it plays a critical role in saving and wealth accumulation. And lastly, my last tip is to take pictures. I went to the LA Comic Con this year and took numerous pictures, including meeting with the photo op room named Hayden Christensen, who played Anakin Skywalker from Star Wars. However, you must pay him with money since he is a famous actor. It was worth it as he's one of my favorite actors of all time. The research source Hunters and Gatherers of Pictures Why Photography Has Become a Human Universal by Leopold Kislinger and Kurt Kososhaw claims when taking a photo of another person, the photographer not just appropriates a picture of the light reflections from this person, but also of the visual, behaviorally relevant signals that this person emits at that particular moment. Life is too short to have fun, and we can't change anything from the past. So please, take pictures and make memories. Also, take videos like recording on our phones and cameras. Sometimes, recording will benefit from the memories we have of college. Act 3. Recap what I have said. Now that we are close to the end of the podcast, let's recap what you guys learned. We learned that from my story in Act 1, we are in this world where we tend to focus on a cycle like going to class, eating lunch with no friends around us, and going home. We also learned that from Act 2, which is the longest topic, I have given tips and tricks on how to get the best experience in college, starting from 1 to 4. Join clubs, go to the gym to prioritize our mental health, get a lot of hobbies, learn financial literacy, take pictures, and record ourselves with joy and having fun. I have quoted that life is too short to have fun and we cannot change anything from the past. I want you guys to enjoy what you guys are and be the best of yourselves. Outro. With that, this concludes into our first Willie of podcast. I want to share my final thoughts. Please take good care of yourself and be ready to make any memories out there. For our next tease shows a scene where I will be talking to another person that shares a similar experience during college. I would like to thank my professor Junie Reyes for giving tips on how to start an audio podcast. And I want to thank all of my team, especially this class, that have supported me throughout the time in college. Audio podcast William Lung from Cal State LA signing off.